Hey guys, Night Ops here, and we are back with some more Hoi4, where we are playing the Fallout Old World Blues mod. So last episode, we are the United States. I think I did that before last episode. I think I finished it right before the last episode, and then this episode, we're going through the whole reparations stuff, where the truth will set us free. I kept making the joke in the comments when people were bringing it up. I was like, no, the truth will die with me. It will die with me. We are not the America of old. We are the America of new. Um, but yeah, so one of the things that I'm gonna fire the morale cowards. I don't like this because it's like, what are they gonna do? Like when you're on a rig like that with a bunch of like fanatic purists and stuff, and you're not even on the FEV research yourself. I could have been like you could have been a researcher that was making the cure to cancer next door, and you have zero access even to the, like, you might know of the FEV project, but you might have zero access to the room next door and stuff. You can't leave the rig, and if you do find a way to leave the rig to go warn people about the FEV, who's gonna believe you? You're gonna hit the shores. You're a scientist. It's not like you're a soldier who are trained for the waste. You're more than likely gonna hit the shores. Someone's gonna see you and then shoot you, and then that's gonna be the end of it. So it's ultimately like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, gonna speak to your higher ups about the FEV project, who are the ones who are pushing the FEV project. Yeah, it's like, bro, I don't like this, but we're gonna do it to try to get a good, I guess, ending for the reparations act. But it's like, man, that's just rough. Also, once I finish this one up, we are going to be going for vaccinations. I was trying to look for it because I couldn't remember where I saw it at, but I was like, oh yeah, so that way when we do go to war against the Legion, whatever their little pathogen they're going to try to use against us chemical warfare wise, we'll be good to go. Nearing completion of the Sierra Madre. Through use of engineers, 24-hour work crews, and copious amounts of robot labor, the Sierra Madre is close to completion. Inspection crews are going through their final checks, often double and triple checking due to the nature of what was here. Furthermore, we've hired a series of human staff along with robotic menial laborers, replacing the old dangerous hologram security system from before. There is still the occasional ghost person sighting in the maintenance areas below, where a series of sentry bots are placed on routine patrol 24/7 to ensure confidence and safety. Soon, the gala event will go off for real this time, over 200 years. About time. We wasted so much on this place. About time we put in a lot of effort into this place. It's all about how you see it. Is it a waste of effort, or will the pros outweigh the cons? Deep strike ground support. So I'm guessing deep strike ground support. Does it have a lot more ground attack? Doesn't really look like it. Does it have more range? 23, 23. Okay, so it looks like it just has more range. Which makes sense. It's called Deep Strike. Oh yeah, the nuclear jet fighters we have are actually these ones right here. So we got like 50 of these bad boys that are all the way at the end here, which is crazy. From the first Area 51 where we opened it up. And then there's like nuclear powered attack planes, nuclear jet bomber, the Dream Lifter. It looks like a C-130. God, yeah, I could just imagine if the C-130 stays around. Like, not even just like its base model, but I mean, like, if they like make newer versions of it, I wonder how that's gonna look like in the future, like 100 years from now. Or are they just gonna get rid of it and fully replace it with something new? Let's go with electrical extraction here. Ouch. We need a lot more stuff. Troll Warden demands territory. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The Troll Warden has the audacity to demand U.S. territory. How should we proceed? Should we crush their miserable ambition at once, or delay them by giving in for enough time to annihilate them utterly. We need to take a decision at once before they take our silence as a sign of disrespect and decide to retaliate on their terms. We cannot allow them to seize the initiative. We will deal with this. Yep. Because Troll Warren, they are in a massive faction right now. They're actually declaring against the Conqueror's Six of Temples and Trials. Which, it's funny that Troll Warren is in a faction with 2 Brotherhood chapters. The Northwestern Brotherhood, and then the Montana Brotherhood, or chapter. Oh, here's the ruminators. I was wondering where these guys were. So are these guys also like a Brotherhood chapter, or are they just like scientists? I guess they're just like scientists. They kind of look like scribes, though. Maybe they're like a form of scribe. So the only place we really have to look out for, if Troll War does declare on us, is this section right here. This is why I kind of want to leave a buffer zone between me and them. For this reason, in case something like this happened. And it happened. Or it's happening. Oh, did that... It's coming back. Not as bad, though, and at least it isn't the, like, the black screen. Do I go declare war on these guys, fight these guys real quick, and then move that infantry over here? I know I have... Okay, I can poop these guys out real quick. I should have moved them up there before doing that. It's fine. Okay, who am I going to get? Because you're going to be holding the north just in case Troll Warren decides to actually come for me. I want somebody decent for these power armor guys. These power armor guys were going to be on Caesar's border for a strike force, but that's not going to be the case now. Due to some muties up north. Ooh, this isn't too bad, honestly. It's only exiled divisions, though, which we don't have any of their exiled divisions. Could go with the terrain penalty reduction, especially for a power armor unit. Because I don't know how much of a terrain penalty they'll get. You know what? I like you. Let's look at Captain Frost real quick. No. I like the idea of, like, power armor unit commanders controlling power armored units. But we're not going to do that right now. Let's go and give you bonuses to your power armor stuff. Also, your demolitions... Oh, no, that's just motorized for the most part there. Gunslinger, nope. Give you gun nut for your fire teams. Wait. Let me make sure I give you your power armor bonuses first, just in case he doesn't have any other space. Okay, I was like, just in case he doesn't have any other space for other bonuses. Could go awareness. That reconnaissance is actually nice. There is 0 light special forces in this group. There is, like, none. I could give him local leader. And that way, I could put more troops under him. But no, let's get the fire teams more. And then let's go inspirational, so that way I can get him more XP. And then I'm actually going to give you a field marshal, which we have a lot now. Oh my god, I didn't realize we had this many. Leader experience, more general dudes, max planning... Division recovery, Orgloss when moving, Enclave survivor gives him more attack, planning speed. I kind of wish that was max planning over planning speed. So max planning you usually kind of want to go for, because the higher you're planning for your max planning, you will gain kind of like more bonuses, like to your attack and stuff. I can't remember if it's like a multiplier or if it's just like, oh, you know, you're at this much. But I know, like, the higher your max planning, the better the better off you are. Okay. Brotherhood leadership, vengeance or Navarro. The Brotherhood is clearly guilty of a range of crimes, including destruction of federal property, theft of federal property, and attacks on members of the United States government, but a trial for the Brotherhood could be messy, as some Americans will point out their service raiders and supermutants, and they may try to slander us with false statements about our research at Navarro. Further, given the Brotherhood is descended from pre-war military, and we never actually did make an effort to cooperate, maybe there are alternative solutions, or we could just do a show trial. Pardon all who volunteer for the United States Army. A Paladin's Tale from New Reno. A paladin of the Brotherhood of Steel by the name of Keats has just arrived at one of our outposts in New Reno. He says he was commanding a Brotherhood outpost out in Utah, which gave him experience fighting both the 80s and ghouls. He even painted a wild story about working alongside some contract killer who was looking for a mercenary headed through Zion. After his mission ended, he was sent west to New Reno by the Midwestern Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, we're having a bit of an identity crisis. Special thanks to Cell Block Psycho and the New Reno team. Go check out their mod Tales of New Reno for Fallout New Vegas. Ooh, I'll have to go look at that. Paladin Keats becomes a unit leader. Please move along. Yeah, we'll get him. Let me add that to my notes, because I do want to look at that. Because I actually noticed there are a lot of other mods that are actually up to date, like sub-mods. That look pretty good, that I just didn't see at the start of this playthrough. But I do want to do more playthroughs, so we will probably do that. Tales of New Reno. Okay, so we got that. Let's go. I would love to go through the rest of this, but we really need vaccines in case this war kicks off with the Caesar's Legion. Okay, we need water, alloy, circuitry. So, water. Also repair some of that infrastructure. I said power, right? No, not power. Alloy and circuitry. So fabrication factories. Oh, can we not get... we can't get composite material plants. Okay. That's going to be kind of rough to deal with. More than likely, I think once my infrastructure gets built out in a lot of areas that I'm currently building in, that should get us more alloy. The composite materials that we're looking for. Okay. So once those get built up, we'll be good. What is currently hurting our production with the composite materials here? A lot of our planes and casts. Okay, let's lower you a little bit. That gets us down to what, 58? So that makes you good now, but... Okay, we'll do about that much right now, just so when it gets more, we'll be better off. Because we're not using much for the heavy incinerators, we're not using much for the miniguns. Power armor? Honestly, we could drop down to 10 on power armor, even if we go to a war right now, dude. Like, there's no way we run out of power armor that quickly. So I'd say we're good now to kind of go back up on this. Okay, maybe down 10. So that way we can at least have a little bit of that. Because I don't think we can... Can we trade for that right now? Oh, I think we... Wait, are we back... Are we in an open market? No, so we can't trade. So our trade influence is too low. Because I want to say if we go to... No, we're in open markets. I could change that too to where I'm not trading as much of it. Not sending as much to the resource market. But we lose a lot of our construction speed and stuff, which is what I'm wanting it for. That's a hard thing to make a decision on. So we could just go made in the USA, which construction speed just goes down by 5%, but we save a lot more of our resources. Research drops from 10% to 5%. Honestly, that's not that bad of a debuff, and we keep a lot more of our resources in-house. Okay, that's actually, yeah, that's super good. Actually, oh my god. Okay, let's bring this back up, bring you back up, because I know we're replacing a lot of fighters right now in the field. And then if we start getting... Oh, they defeated the last lodge. If we start getting low on power armor, we'll just swap back over. Well, we have a lot of power armor based stuff, so we should be fine on that. Oh, why is it doing that again? Let me save. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get that to go away again. Maybe if I turn off my VSync and then turn it back on again, it'll just fully get rid of it like it did last game. Okay, and we're back. So you wanna know something funny? I don't know if it's just like a random graphical thing, and when it happens, I've just gotta like restart and restart and restart until it's gone. But like this time I turned off VSync. Like originally I went to like full screen mode and I was like, oh, you know, let's see if full screen gets rid of it. It was still there. So I was like, okay, let me go back in, turn off VSync and then return it back on, put it back in borderless mode. Cause I play all my games in borderless full screen mode. I love it so much because I go to my other two monitors like crazy all the time. Like I alt tab a lot. But then I was like, let me turn off VSync mode, restart it, and then if it's still there, turn it back on and see if it fixes it. Like our other one where we turned on VSync. With VSync off, it's gone now. So I think it's just like a random graphical thing that can happen or like can't, like it will or it won't happen, and you just gotta restart your game until it's like gone. It's such a weird thing, but at least I know how to fix it. I just gotta restart till it's gone. that is so funny. Yeah. Oh crap. Okay. We will have to see if Troll Warren brings in the rest of their faction. That's rough, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I wonder if me restarting my game changed their decision on that. Because they kind of like just out of nowhere, I say out of nowhere, but they just did it. Okay, I need my infantry to push over there quickly. Well, the war north is coming much sooner than I thought. Oh, okay, yep, there goes... Wait, actually, I don't know. Okay, so the Montana chapter hasn't declared on us, but the Northwestern Brotherhood declared on us. Oh, man, this is... Not gonna lie, this is kind of massive. Okay, now let's make that a whole front. Crap, dude. Legion might declare on us because of this, if we're seen as weak. Let me call the Brotherhood in, too. Okay, we had the American Brotherhood joining us up north. I need more power armor units. Poop out like 40 if I can. Oh my god, this could take him forever to train, but we have the equipment. How much is that going to cost me equipment-wise, though? Because they are big power armor units. We still have 32,000 power armor. Oh, no. 21,000. Okay, so it costs us 10,000 to field 40 more units of power armor units. We'll have to see how much power armor we also go through with fighting this. Because this is going to be probably something long and drug out. Since you guys are at my forefront of this war now, let me do this. I could just hold till I get more units, but if I can do something like this, most of the Northwestern Brotherhoods, they're going to push all the way back here with their capital, aren't they? And all of these like mountain areas that we're going to have to fight through. Okay, let's try to take Walla Walla. We could probably easily take this capital. They might move up here. Troll Warren has territory all the way up here, so their capital will probably move up here. Oh yeah, New Victoria is actually Canada. I didn't realize that. And that's the faction that I think you would actually turn into Canada. Okay, I just need to... Let me do this. But I need to wait for the rest of my guys to get up there. I don't want to pull any of these auxiliary units because I feel like the moment I pull people from this front, things are gonna get bad.
Why isn't your video feed working? This is Enclave main
I don't want to pull from holding these straits either.
Enclave here.
I'm gonna keep holding my ports. Let me cover my coast here with my navy just in case. We're gonna do convoy raiding, and we're gonna convoy raid around the American coast here because we do have a very large navy. Now, why aren't all of you doing it is the question. Some of you are repairing. Ah, you weren't. No, you're on automatic split off. Then why aren't some of you doing that then? You know what? You're at 90%. I'll keep you. Yeah, we'll just. It's fine. We just won't have our full navy out right now. That's okay. Let me go and. Okay, they're already still. Okay, they're going. Okay. Nope. There goes the rest of them. The Montana chapter. Are you guys really... You're in this. Why are you not coming up here to help? I like how it says they're a federal state. I like that a lot. Guys. Are you really not sending me any support up north? And what is this zone right here? Oh, is this like... enemies can't get through this because of the barracks here? Is that what this is? I wonder if that is. Because I know a lot of times if you hold straights in other zones and stuff, you're usually good. Okay, our power armor units are holding. I need Air Force up here. Let's bring in the... Oh, yeah, they actually hold some stuff here. Let's go... How much can I have in this airfield? 150. Okay, then this will be Cass here. I need to bring in some of my air power that's not attached to units. Let's do it in 150, because I think I have another... Okay, I have an airfield here we're going to bring in. We'll hold this with that. Cass here. And then... Oh, they're just over that territory. Okay, they're not attached to a unit, I don't think. Okay, they're transferring. Okay, so I need 3 more groups of you to come up here. And then you're going to hold this area because they have fighters and probably Cass and bombers bombing out Vault City and stuff right now. Okay, they're not making any... Like, they're attacking some areas, but instantly getting repelled. Let's go with vaccines now. Let's get our vaccinations going. And then let's grab medevac. Okay, how's our air looking? Okay, so we have green air now over West Nevada. Oh, that's not mine. That's 150. That one's 150. That one's 150. We have this one here for 1,500. Jesus. Then here, let's do this. I want you to go over South Oregon, and then this group... I'll place like 150 here just to hold this out of Fort Sierra. They're trying to get quick planning done, yeah. Okay, if I can sweep up this way, I could try to get us around here and take out a lot of these right guys.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
See if we can push that. Okay, I need one of you to stop them from moving. And then... Oh my god, okay, we just... Could we just overrun these guys? I'd rather get surrounds, though, just so I can kill them off and lower my front obligations.
And the fucking president's
This would be a great time to have motorized. Oh, I just thought about this. We do have really good casts, too. Maybe that's what's making this really good, dude. Pass damage would be going hard right now. The Brahmin barons in Vault City restrict suffrage. As it turns out, to some Americans, democracy is negotiable. Vault City and parts of Northern California are trying to restrict the rights to vote to longtime inhabitants of requiring arcane citizenship tests. Their hope is to control who their districts send to Congress and keep the unwashed masses from having a say. You are all terrible people. Let me explain why that's illegal. Because you implemented the Voting Rights Act. Lynette can't play these little games. Yeah, let me explain why that's illegal. Oh, we're actually getting a lot of PP right now. It's tanks and vertibirds. I don't think we're gonna get surrounded at all here. Oh, that's for the Baron? No, we're not putting any of the we're not putting the Baron in charge of anything. Bad weather penalty, free attack or free bird, free fallen. Nah, let's not spend anything on that. Military affairs. Could go a little bit more for ground support. Nah. Trying to see what could give us bonuses in the field. Oh, division attack plus planning speed. So we can go at Paladin Myers. I'm guessing that's new from one of the things that I took. We just got him recently. Hayes. I don't like the minus PP that you give me, Hayes, even though you do give good research. There's really not a lot that I'm liking from a lot of you guys. Okay, yeah. We'll save some of our other PP then.
That's a new one.
Okay, I need my power armor to make this move. Take that port, so that way they can't leave out of a port, these guys. I need to hurry up and get you up to a percentage or I could poop you out. The new Sierra Madre Gala event. The president today headlined what has been described as the event of the decade. For the first time since the bombs fell, the streets of the Sierra Madre Resort were filled with music, while lights and fireworks lit up the sky. The gates of the Sierra Madre, once thought to be a place of myth and legend, have officially reopened. The event itself was held with the casino resort, with the casino resort itself. The guests primarily made up of the service members responsible for clearing the resort, as well as the laborers, engineers, researchers, archaeologists who worked tirelessly to put the place back together, joined by their families. The festivities concluded with a brilliant firework display, signaling to America that the resort is open for business once again, and for a limited time is offering resort passes at low numbers. While many within the event praised the festivities following so much work and effort, a few reported a strange figure walking amongst the crowd dressed in a brown pre-war suit that bore a striking resemblance to the resort's founder, Frederick Sinclair. So far, pictures of the individual remain blurry at best. The Sierra Madre anew has begun again. So minus 10% to consumer good factories and plus 3% to trade tariffs. That is nice. Okay, I need to... Okay, not gonna lie, that kind of scared me at first. I just clicked F9 without control, and that was almost big bad. Okay, I need to zoom out a bunch because it's gonna be like the screenshot for who we're at war against, pretty much. Because we're fighting all of this with who else was it that's added in? Someone like right here somewhere. I can't remember now. Oh, right here. They're just the same color as the Montana chapter. Yeah. So we're fighting a massive faction here. But they're honestly not that strong compared to us right now. But we do have like control of air power pretty heavily. Their templates are kind of garbage, actually. Like, their power armor unit templates are horrible. I still need to check to see if expert AI works for this mod. Because if I can get expert AI to where they can actually build out good templates, that would be great. Ah, we got cut off. Why are you guys not filling this in? Oh, we got Warrior's Code now. That should give us a lot of extra bonuses, too. And then this gives us power armor support, and then infantry. Which we're going to be getting army XP from this, so let's try to get that quickly while we're fighting this battle, this war. Okay, nice. We reopened it. Ah, crap, we got to do it again. Okay, that was just for an airfield. Wait, they got behemoths out here? Oh, it is Troll Warren, that's right. Take that port, please. Okay, nice. Okay, we reconnected it again. So this southern section has no way out now. So once we fully build this up or fill this in right here, we should be able to just yeah, look at all that attrition happening right now.
Enclave here. Who the hell is this? The president?
Yeah, just start overrunning them. Ah, crap. Oh wait, okay, we got to read that. But I need to. Oh, we have nobody right here. Get them out of there. And then I need you to push that way like that. Okay. Testing results. Work began in earnest in one of the abandoned vaults of California. Within the sealed atrium, the modified FEV strain was released into chambers containing rad roaches, feral dogs, feral ghouls, and bloat flies. The strain was to target bloat flies, with the ghouls standing in as human surrogates. The modified FEV had no effect on the dogs, rad roaches, or ghouls, with the bloat flies dying off rather quickly. Continued tests provided the same results to the elated scientists. So one of the things they need to test it on are cazadors. I bloody hated cazadors in New Vegas, man. They would kill you so bloody quickly. Like, so quickly. One of you guys actually gave me... it's called For the Enclave. It's a mod for New Vegas itself. And it's really wanting me to go do a New Vegas playthrough. I'm really wanting to go play New Vegas also, just on the side. I was thinking about maybe doing it in streams on certain days or something like that. I'll have to look more into that if I want to do that, because I do want to do more streams. That way I can actually, have live talks with you guys and play New Vegas with you, because New Vegas has a lot of hidden stuff, and it's been a very long time since I played it, so that way I can get, like, little tidbits of information from you guys and stuff too. Proving that FEV can be used to clear out some of the worst creatures of the post-war world. More testing is underway, of course, ensuring the virus doesn't mutate, as well as tuning it to target other creatures, or lead to something entirely that we have no hope of combating. While nowhere near ready for release as such, it represents a major breakthrough in FEV research. Well, some good did come of it. Okay, you know what? You stay here. Power armor, move in this way. You stay holding that port. Cut off their escape. Okay, we got it. I need somebody to move into here now. Please. And I need you guys to pretty much keep closing that off.
Who the hell is this? The president?
Look at all these units here. Oh, wait, oops. Oh, we got vaccinations. Okay, cool. So, okay, so we finished vaccinations. I want to finish this whole Brotherhood stuff, and then we are going to be doing some more Area 51-based stuff. Because we're going to do Area 25 and then Area 6, because I want those Gauss weapons. But I want... It's funny, because we have this debuff right now. But at least against these guys up north. The Enclave have better templates, I noticed when I looked at their templates. I was expecting the Brotherhood to have better templates, but they have, like, a lot of the They're using these templates that we had, these rapid response templates. So they just have like one more added and then like one extra defense division. Where did you guys just come? Did you fall back into here and then come back out? Bro, what? Okay, now you're gone.
What the hell is this? The president?
Nice, okay. Wait, are we getting pushed back over here? Or did he just push up?
What was that?
Well, I mean, either way.
Just dispatched a 30 assault team to your location.
Scavenger's Triumph. So, Old War economic theories, which grants caps income plus 25%, caps expenses minus 15% for 180 days. Oh, baby. And then the Legion. So, we get plus 400% army HP. Special Forces gets a lot, and that's for both. Minus 40% org when moving is nuts. Minus 30% experienced soldier losses is also nuts. Dude, this is going to make our power armor even more OP than it already is. Nice, that's Tesla cannons done. What did I go for with you already? So you want heart attack. That's barely any heart attack, though. It does have high piercing. Let's go overcharge. I'll make this like hardcore heart attack. Ah, I meant to save some of that army XP. That's fine.
Excellent.
Nice, okay.
This is Enclave main com.
Start cleaning up.
Enclave here.
Surprised they're not trying to push into this right now.
I see. This is Enclave main com.
Okay, we have one extra guy here. Move into that. Because they're going to push into there. And we could just fully murk them. Rip that circle. God, they have like nothing left. See, my biggest issue is once we get to bigger areas, we're going to have not as much. Never mind. I was like, oh, we're not going to have as much room for troops. Like, to line them, but never mind. We're able to cut. These guys aren't going to be fully trained, but they're power armor units, so they'll wreak havoc on their own. Yeah, let's go with you.
Why isn't your video feed working?
And then let's go with... He's a bunker kid. I want to get like a full-on robotics stuff going too, which we just need to like basic robotics and stuff. Let's go with the Paladin Keats here.
Enclave here.
And now at this point, I feel like with 40 extra units joining the line, we should be A-okay just to push this now. Paladin Keats, let's get you Pain Train. Let's get you Inspirational for that extra XP. And then let's go tomorrow's Victors.
Enclave here.
Oh, we got some... Oh, we got 2 more power or Paladin units from taking that. So, where is my current power armor unit? I know I have one. I think it's you, right? Yeah.
Enclave main com.
Yeah, because they're going to be holding Hoover Dam. I'm kind of sad because they don't have, like, the power, like, the Brotherhood image for the American Brotherhood.
Enclave here.
Did I update these guys? I can't remember if I... Oh, okay, I did update their template with, like, a bunch of power, like, a bunch of that stuff. Compared to these guys, yeah, I'm just going to change them out for that, for those. Because I can actually train more American Brotherhood. Anyway, perfect. I am sad these guys aren't actually joining the war. Like, they're here. Like, they accepted to join in, but they're not moving troops up. And that's kind of irking me. Let's start getting some of this other power armor research going up. And then we have our new Special Forces kit. Are we not making any of these Tesla cannons? Okay, let me make some of these Tesla cannons. Because it looks like we do need some of these. Oh, did we burn through? Okay, no, they're just needing some for upgrades. Okay. I was like, did we burn through a bunch? But that is not actually the case. And yeah, we should just be totally fine to overrun these guys now. We murked so many of them in that surround that they're not going to be able to hold once we stretch this line out. Like over here, yeah, like we're pushing this so fast. I also need to give you guys motorization priority. But I guess the question is my production holding up for Brahmin carts? Okay, we have 3,000. That might drop here in a second. It is not. Okay, good. So the 3,000 is what we have left over. Oh, wait, no, we're using vehicles for that. What am I saying? I thought that would be the Brahmin carts for caravans. Okay, so we're pushing into...
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
The caves here. I'm kind of glad that I am doing the whole... letting Caesar's Legion get strong before fighting them. Because I'd be kind of sad if it turns out this way. I was kind of expecting this to be more of a fight, if I'm being honest.
Enclave here.
Are we sinking some of their stuff out here? Or we're sinking troll warren convoys? You know what? We're training up our navy a little bit.
The fucking president's watching.
Ah, they have ports over here, though. Just go for Salem. A lot of them can't even keep up with supply in their own territories. Probably because we've taken some of their supply depots in like the right or left areas. I said righter in the right or left areas. Let's go doctor's handmade bag.
Enclave here.
Okay, before they get like kind of A.
What the hell is this?
Do we only have one unit attached to this? This is one thing I hate about tiles you can't go through is like stuff like that. The way it separates stuff always like irks me a lot. Okay, tomorrow's victors. So together for victory, regardless of whether they joined us or not, the industrial might of the NCR and steel discipline of the Brotherhood has been marshaled behind us, coupled with the massive numbers of California and Nevada. I know I'm probably saying Nevada wrong. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. One of you guys did let me know. But I was just like, Nevada. I don't know. Nevada. I'm from the South, man. We now can assemble the... It's funny because I was actually born in California, but I've lived most of my life in the South. We now can assemble the largest army on the continent. We are not the NCR. We are not the Brotherhood. We are not even the Enclave of old. We are the United States. This is our country, and we're taking it back. For Americans of all walks of life, look across the Colorado at the bands of raiders, wannabe Romans, techno knights, and the occasional hostile tribe that threaten their great nation. At their backs, wave the stars and stripes, flying proudly over the land once again. All know that their foe cowers in hovels and shacks, and the thousands of Americans yearn for freedom. God bless the Enclave? No. God bless America. So we also get some division attack and some more recruitable population from that, so that's also nice. And that fully finishes out... God, where is it? Tomorrow's victors. So that's actually really nice. Let's go down and we're gonna go Area 25, Area 6, and then we're gonna come back up to the Commonwealth project, and then we're gonna take the businesses of California. That way we can start rebuilding a lot of nice stuff there. We also need to rebuild Navarro because I like the idea of doing that too. So Area 25. Let's grab some research here. Let's go with our upgraded logistics companies. I feel like our upgraded logistics companies are also helping us push pretty hard, because our logistic company is upgraded by a decent amount.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave. I see.
God, I hate the amount of guys that are over there, but I just gotta watch them to make sure they don't really like get surrounded. But even if they get surrounded, I don't see them dying that easily. So we defeated Troll Warren. So Troll Warren's down and out. Okay, that's just us gaining it. Let's go. Could go medical outreach. Yeah. Gives us a lot of compliance, too. Oh, lost settlers found. An expected site with our push into Port Mall was holding pens for slaves that the mall would sell either further north or sell off for food to Oregon cannibals. Oh, God. Military admin teams have been cataloging the slaves for rehabilitation further south when they came across several whose names we recognize as having been captured during the raids by pirates further south after running numbers were short on people. Oh, so the pirates brought some of them up here that would raid our shores. With the survivors saying they were sold off long ago, we can't expect those lost to be alive, either worked to death up north or eaten by the cannibals we've been hunting in Oregon. While they will require rehabilitation, we've alerted the families of those who we found, and they are elated to having their loved ones back. Well, at least some good came out of it. So we gained stability and 147 manpower. Okay, finish these guys off.
Enclave here.
I want you to go after that power armor unit. I guess I gotta have you do that too. Okay, and then let's do this. Oh, that's just gonna stretch to there. Because we could go across some of these straits to take this section. So I love how Troll Warren fell, but then there's Troll Warren up here still. Oh, wait, that's a different leader. The first. Huh. Okay. How much have we lost in this war so far? 162 casualties. We've lost 66 to Troll Warden, 59 to Montana Chapter, and 35 to Northwestern Brotherhood, and 2 to the Ruminators. We have killed 42,000, with most of them being from Troll Warden and Montana Chapter. I know a lot of these are from that surround that we did. Dude, going Reformer United States is kind of OP, just because of the amount of manpower that you can get to.
A few more moments and I'll have your sorry ass in a sling.
I need to move something over there.
The fucking president's watching us like a hawk. Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
Let's move. I'll move you guys off. And then come over here, please. Does that move across right there? Oh, yeah, it's an old interstate bridge. So that does move across.
I see.
I want you to just push them off of that while those other guys are going that way. Because I want to knock out this version of Troll Warren over here. Honestly, if I take just up to here, that should knock the rest of those guys out. And then that way, all I have to do is connect this up here and we'll be A-okay. One of the things, too, we stacked so much organization onto our units that they can fight for a just very long time. And then we're going to use Courier 6 as our new, God, spy dude. Spy dude. I actually want to upgrade this now, because that cost us PP, and we just never had the PP for it. And then let's do that for power armor usage. And then let's go with a lot of stimulus packages for a lot of new cities we're taking. They can all wait right now. Let's establish an outpost. I need to see what I could spend PP on. So find ready power grids. The Hydraulic Republic. So that gives us some legitimacy and 5 water there. That's actually nice. Let's go. Let's power all the current power grids that we have up. Reuniting the American Brotherhood. So we could take the Northwestern cause. Wait. Is that for these guys? No, that's a different group. Okay. I was like, bro, what? We'll take it. I don't know actually where they are currently located. Let's do another one of those pirate sweeps. Oh, these are develop the lands. No, it's annex war goal. Okay, never mind. Okay, I was like develop the lands, and it's like, oh, war goal. Oh, hey, High Chapels was added to here. Oh, we have nobody over here. You know what? I've got you guys right here. Just,
Who the hell is this?
I need you guys to finish these guys off before something dumb happens here.
Who the hell is this? The president? Yeah, you can say that again.
So I think that's really the only thing that would take us out right now is just if something dumb happens with how our troops are moving.
And the fucking president's watching us like a hawk. Enclave here. Enclave here.
Can I get you just to push down to here so we could stop with this interstate highway,
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
please?
Yeah, you can say that again.
There we go. Nice. Okay.
That's a no one.
And now connect this up here, please.
That's a no one.
That way we can get rid of that interstate highway. That's still 408 days. I don't want to take that. And I guess we'll upgrade this last year. So let's do breakthrough and heart attack for that. Oh, we have another research there. I didn't see that. Let's go some industry.
This is Enclave main com.
Looks like he's moving out of that already anyway. But like I said, we need to
The fucking president's watching us like a hawk.
make sure we can kind of clean this up a little bit and not have issues from behind. Oh, okay, it's just us taking territory. I keep thinking somebody's declaring on me every time. Oh, we took out one of their destroyers for Troll Warren. Imagine just seeing trolls on canoes like that. It's like you're just going through, you just roll up on a bunch of canoes just full of trolls. Those are about to be some big canoes. Like some massive canoes. The fate of the cause. Oh, wait, okay, so this is one that we took. Also known as the cause, what would be remembered as the Northwestern Brotherhood. So it is the Northwestern Brotherhood then. Their paladins, knights, scribes, and lancers will join the United States. So are we about to just annex this entire group right here then? Was a breakaway from the cold darkness of the Washington Brotherhood. The cause resisted the Washington Brotherhood's tyrannical rule. Oh, so that's why the Washington Brotherhood was at war against them then. Or, I mean, yeah, the Western Brotherhood. And then they actually won against the Western Brotherhood. Wait, I just realized they're called the Western Brotherhood now. But, you know, the old Brotherhood that was up here. The old evil ones that were, like, kind of scary, but then got themselves beat down. While they put up a valiant fight, history overlooked the cause with the arrival of the American Army and the pacification of Washington and taming of Seattle. Or were they called the Seattle Brotherhood? I can't remember now, dude. My brain is just like, oh. Regardless, the tales of the cause were forever kept in the tomes and records of the Brotherhood. Many elders, scribes, and Lost Hills wish to consider them, the Northwestern Brotherhood, the true heirs of the North, and hold their ideals to be lived up to long since their banners flow over Portland. They remain a light in the storm. Oh. Oh, yep. we just annexed them while at war against them. Look, they had so many things of power armor. And they had decent armor, if that's what it is. Oh, yeah, they had the Seattle, Washington armor is what they had. Because that was the power armor from that big group. And they had a bunch of common energy weapons and a lot of other things. Jesus. But their templates were just bad. That's the only thing that, like, if they had better templates, they would have put up so much better of a fight with how much supplies they had.
Enclave here.
Like, they had really good like tech and like
Enclave
like a
here.
lot of logistical supplies.
This is Enclave main com. Enclave here.
They just didn't have the templates to back it up.
Yeah.
Now we're playing cleanup of whatever's left here.
Enclave main com. That's a no one.
And then, yeah, we'll just have to clean this up and then move into there. Now, I wonder, though, eminent domain of them. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, okay. So we have to wait on the timer. It doesn't instantly finish. I thought I was missing something, and I was like, "Oh God, what am I missing?" I was afraid for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was about to mess something else up because I was like, I did all of those decisions. Let me just make sure real quick that I'm not actually missing something. We have all of these too that we could do, but I do want to build out the Area 51 and stuff too. We could grab Green Berets and give more bonuses to our special forces. We've stacked so many bonuses onto our power armor. It is kind of crazy. Okay, so they were the Northwestern Brotherhood. It's just those guys took the name from them after they beat them, funny enough. Yeah. So that's where the confusion was, because I just saw their image and stuff on that.
That's a no one. This is Enclave main com.
Okay, nice. We got some overruns there.
Enclave here.
I just need you guys to just murk these guys now, please.
I see.
Like I said, we got to play cleanup here.
Who the hell is this? The president? You look. The fucking president's watching us like a hawk. Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
Oh, there's this small thing right here, too. I like how they're retreating back into here. Okay. So this is Area 21, right? No, Area 25. Okay. Rock Valley. Pre-war, the military began conducting research into what exactly a post-nuclear environment would essentially be centered around. Area 25. The facility created ran a series of underground tests that replicated real-world environments and doused them in radiation to discover the results. While a seemingly destructive and fruitless test, the Great War proved the naysayers. Oh, Jesus. I don't think I've never seen naysayers spelt out before. Yeah, I've never seen naysayers spelt out before. That is crazy. Naysayers wrong. The data removed from the site has allowed us to put their recommendations into practice, allowing our troops to better operate in the various scattered environments we find ourselves in. Wait, how did we predict Mirelurks? Reduce terrain penalty speed by 10%. That's actually sweet. And now Area 6. So we'll actually get, in Rainer Mesa, we get 50 power from this. Okay, so we're cleaning up. Everything on the west has been kind of cleaned up. Except for, like, these here. And then we'll need to clean up some of this. I'm gonna move a lot of you guys up here like that. We just need to clean this up on our way here. And it's funny because it looks like a lot of the Montana chapter got caught out here because they're not even pushing these fronts. Because a lot of them are just dead. A lot of them got murked. Okay, I need one of you to take him out. And then I need... Oh, traders from Hawaii again. Okay, I need you guys to push this way. Just to take out the last of the troll war in there. Traders from Hawaii. So we've already read this twice now, but I'm going to read it again for people who are possibly new for this episode. Far to our west, past the hulking wrecks of oil rigs and minor military islands, lies the Isle of Hawaii, once, according to a book we once found, at least. These islands were also part of America and the home of the American Pacific Fleet. By 2077, the Pacific Fleet was a vast collection of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, destroyers, and missile boats. Most of the fleet was in port at the start of the Great War and was wrecked by the multitude of Chinese nuclear missiles that hit the port. The tribes of this Hawaii now make a living scrapping advanced components of the countless wrecks, trading for weapons and food with settlements up and down the west coast. This morning, a cluster of native traders from Hawaii arrived in our ports, offering a plethora of rare goods for a price. It's an opportunity we won't get for some time. So the one that I go for, or have been going for the last little bit, is the PP, because I've been needing to stock PP. God, we have all of this now for all this eminent domain stuff. So that's just all taking out the trash. Let's take out that. Okay, so here's these for the American Brotherhood. Oh, wait, skies over Montana. And then a darkness over Washington. Fate of the Northwestern Brotherhood. Oh, so do we have to decide on them now that we have them? Or do they get brought back from this? Oh, they got brought back from this. Okay. Sounds kind of a waste of PP, honestly. Okay, let's repair the next turbine, too, for Hoover Dam. So technically, the last enemy we kind of have to fight here is Troll Warren.
This is Enclave Maincom. Enclave here.
Okay, so that's all good now. So we can actually take all of you guys and then just in case, I guess, because it looks like they're going to move up this way through Yellowstone. Okay, that's not connected to us here. Okay, so they can just retake this all they want. As long as they don't push up this too quickly, we can just take all of this super fast. Before, if the event pops, because we still have to wait for the event to pop to take them, if that's the case.
Enclave here.
Mini soda. Give me my soda. Let's do this.
Everything's always tighter out here.
Do you guys want a miniature soda?
Enclave here. I see. Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
Oh, yep. Fate of the Western Brotherhood. Oh, no. So this is for the other, like the main Northwestern Brotherhood, the Seattle one. The scourge of Seattle and the dark cold of winter made manifest, led by the immortal, the Washington Brotherhood pushed the boundaries of science and ethics, sacrificing their humanity as well as the lives of Seattle. Who knows how many were fed to the infernal machines under Seattle? Even our own purists who fled north were betrayed and sacrificed to pierce the veil of reality and uncover the secrets never meant to be known. Perhaps it's best to close this dark chapter of the Brotherhood once and for all. May God rest their souls. Their work is better left untouched. Oh, so the group that fled us, the purists, that went north, got sacrificed by them. That's hilarious. The fate of the Montana chapter, the wild card chapter of the Brotherhood or sisterhood, despite civilizing most of Montana, internal strife and conflict with Enclave forces. I've actually lived in Montana for a bit. One of my family members, like my sister, was born in Montana. With Enclave forces in MacArthur, led them to continue to be controversial, if not intriguing, chapter of the Brotherhood. What was to be another Brotherhood stalwart chapter, it was ruled by a veteran of the Midwestern Wars. Yet the chapter would grow on to become something of an anomaly in the Northern Commonwealth, the Sisters of Steel. Pink and blue, I see what the devs did. Their paladins, knights, scribes, lancers would join the United States. United States annexes Montana chapter. Boom. So now all that's left is the ruminators and Troll Warren.
is Enclave
Which
main
I need
com.
you to come back and deal with Troll Warren here again. Because that's getting super annoying. And then, yeah, we just need to... Oh! Okay, so Troll Warden fell. Northwestern Brotherhood. We already have this, so it looks like we're just going to have to fight the ruminators. They're still in the fight. So select all. Submit. Select all. Submit. Dude, we have so much score. And then take all their screening ships. Take all their... I love how Troll Warden had more ships than the Northwestern Brotherhood, because technically they would have taken the ships from the old Seattle Brotherhood that was there. Okay, nice. Who's demanding tribute? The raiders who take refuge from outside our borders have sent us a simple message. Pay tribute or die. Then pay anyways. To Middlemark. No, thank you. I will come for you later, Middlemark.
Like a hawk.
Okay, let's just come down here and deal with the ruminators. God, if it'll let me do a front line, Jesus. Dude, that's gonna take them forever to get down there. The Legion marches. They gain an annex war goal against Scrapper's Compact. Okay. Okay, so that's like somebody kind of in their territory here. So something that I was told too, the war will automatically start between us whenever one of these goes off. Oh, unite the Tri-Cities. That's kind of cool. So it sets victory points for us. We lose local population. Let's do that. It's only 10 PP. This here. So once this finishes, it'll actually pop the war between us automatically. So it is kind of nice that we took care of the north early now.
Who the hell is this? The president?
Okay, I just need one of you to deal with that guy. He doesn't have enough organization to move as is.
Enclave here.
Okay, I'm actually going to put you guys on the border of High Chapel. God, dude, this is also all split up like crazy. Come over here on the left. You're going to move from left to right. And then once we deal with them, you'll go... I'll have them go from the other side and in. Yeah. Legion raiding party this. Legion raiding party that. Oh, we hit the treasure trove on this. Our men have found not only a few pieces of old world technology, but a fully working prototype. Vancouver Mavens is extremely pleased with our success, offering a favor for anything in their capacity in the future. So we get our 200 manpower back, some infantry equipment, our back army XP. So we get 1 of 6 options will happen, and it's just a bunch of different researches. Yeah, dude, these guys don't even have much dudes left. They took 6K manpower hit as is already. Area 6 is completed, so that should pop here in a second. I kind of want to take these before the war, but we still have a lot of time. Because I'd like to stop their Frumentari. Okay, our guys are finally getting down here. And then let's take the self-sufficient armies.
This is Enclave main com.
Just walk in. Who cares about your organization at this point? Like, you...
This is Enclave
There's
main
nothing
com.
stopping you from finishing these guys off at this point. They have nothing left.
Enclave here. This is Enclave main com.
Who cares about a little river in front of you?
Enclave here.
We are the superpower of the waste.
This is Enclave main com.
Oh, hey.
Enclave here.
Take that. Take some of more of their lives before we finish this off.
Enclave here. Who the hell is this? The
They're destroying some of their infrastructure as we're taking stuff. What babies.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
clean up,
president's
clean
watching
up,
us like a hawk.
everybody clean up. They just had a bunch of scrapped power armor that they weren't even using there. Beautiful, man. That was straight gorgeous.
Why isn't your video feed working?
Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna like separate you guys a little bit along these fronts here. The only one we won't have people at is this one, but we'll just fly through this the rest of the way.
Your video feed working?
Okay, so I am gonna have to
Your
do
video feed working?
their front, like their attacks individually.
This is Enclave main comm. Enclave here.
And yeah, this is high chapter. So you guys get into place. They went to war. Caesars went to war against Painted Rock now. So they're just still cleaning up as much as they can out there. Naval cruise unsuccessful. That sucks. As long as we don't get a bunch of our stuff destroyed, I'm still happy with it. Oh my god. Honestly, the only one we're gonna read out of this is MacArthur Air Force Base and probably the chemical plant, because those are the only two that aren't just that just aren't normal bases that are probably just gonna say crap on them. That's gonna be so much to read if we try to read that. Oh my god. Okay. Wait for you guys to get into place real quick. Combined arms finished. We'll mess with that here in a second. I'm gonna wait for their organization to kind of come back before we take this. Okay, enough of you are back or good on that. That should be these guys, right? Yeah, imminent domain of High Chapel. Declare war. Go to war. Now push.
Why isn't your video feed working?
Radioactive material leak confirmed. Our intelligence crew deployed to the structure's control room. Thankfully managed to power on the old world computers with the help of some portable fission. Yeah, we've already read this a bunch. This is just the repairs of the either the turbines or this. Okay, it's this. It's just these, because we keep doing a lot of these power plants and stuff, which I could do some of these because that adds water, and water is one of the things we're currently having to constantly do now. I think power we're good on until we get more area, because I know once we get more area, that's going to be kind of rough. So these are just creatures, war beast creatures. Hazador Venom. Just more creatures. There's a little bit of infantry right there. And then there's a little bit of infantry right here. So we have to get down to these two if we want infantry bonuses. But we're going to go Champions of Virtue here, because this gives us more power armor bonuses. The Commonwealth Project. So the president today announced in a joint session of Congress that the old Commonwealth system is to be reintroduced and reintegrated into American society, followed by a rapid assurance that no one in Congress was losing their job. The new Commonwealth system will be based and built upon the pre-war system with some minor changes to territory, as well as pragmatic adjustments to fit with the post-war times. This change will affect nothing in the executive branch aside swearing in governors of the aforementioned commonwealths. So rebuilding America one commonwealth at a time. We'll make it canon no matter what Bethesda says. Credit to Okir on DeviantArt. Took me forever to find this image. Okay, so that. Oh, we actually have this one too. So this is for, the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Oh, we have this one. Okay, so we actually have 3 of these options now. We're going to do the businesses of California first, since we've had California for so long. And then as we're doing that, we will work on some more of Area 51. And my headset's dying. I got to replace the battery in my headset. So I'll be right back. Let me pause real quick. Okay, we're back. Oh, Supreme Court hears case on Ghoul Pride Parade. Oh, God. With the integration of ghouls into the Great Experiment, more and more ghouls have moved to Vault City. Their pre-war skills commanding high salaries in the rapid boom town. But they face rampant discrimination from some of the older citizens, and they wish to hold a protest. The ghouls seek to hold a ghoul pride parade, celebrating their contributions to American society and demanding equal treatment, while Vault City promptly denied their permit, and now the ghouls have brought suit. Although Mayor Lynette claims the denial merely reflects a Vault City preference against large parties, the denial clearly reflects discriminatory intent. How the Supreme Court rules will affect how the court will view ghoul rights in the future. Why would anyone feel pride being a ghoul? They've got more to be proud of than you, Lynette. At this point, Lynette, I don't like you. Somebody told me I could assassinate Lynette before and this would all stop, but I have not been able to see where I can assassinate Lynette, man. The court holds that ghouls are entitled to equal treatment under the law and that they may hold their pride parade. So we lose some stability, but that is fine. Which group are you?
Enclave here.
Oh, you're this group. I need to do that. Perfect. They're kind of pushing out up here, but that's fine. I need one of you, though, because I do want one of you to push this way and just kind of push them back. Until we can get this kind of cleaned up here. Actually, I could just do this also. To fix my lines and to just take them out there. Nice, we got an outpost there, so we can actually pay another, I think it's like 50 per outpost we're paying. You know, we got a lot of money. Let's just drop stimuluses now everywhere. You get a stimulus, and you get a stimulus. Let's do a military academy. Ooh, sanitation development. I'm about it. Give me some more water. Monthly population, stability. We lose some income for a little bit. Let's do it. Energy cells. We don't have any issues with energy. And then here we go. Establish another outpost. And then, yeah. So Legion marches again in 105 days. I wonder who they're going to war against next. Install police forces. Power all those that are currently finished now. For the Citizens League. How much power does the Citizens League have? Oh, they're at 21%. They're not gaining, but they're not losing anything either. The New World Party, the People League, is also losing. The Reconstruction Party is gaining. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
Yeah, I just need this to be... There we go. Perfect. Which group are you a part of? You're a part of this group. Perfect. Let's stretch that out. Let's get one of you to push that way. Okay, they're taking that one. So I just need to take out all their victory points is the thing. I'm just going to have you make a hard push for their capital there. It's just bomb vulnerability and stuff. Gives us more fuel capacity. We could just max this all out before we go into that next area. Oh, yeah, they didn't really have crap. Wait, they have a navy? Oh, yeah. I was like, they have a navy? And I was like, wait, that's right. There's these grand rivers here. Okay, goodbye, High Chapel. I also need to take a look at all my navies. Okay, so they're up here. So all three of the navies are actually here in the Salt Lake. Can they? Oh, they can actually leave out to the ocean. Oh, okay. So it's not like the one with Hoover Dam blocking me. Wait. This might block me. Well, let's do this. I'm going to combine you all into one group. There we go. And then let's give you an admiral. The Legion. King of Swing at the Tops. The Tops Casino is proud to announce that pre-war singer Dean Domino? Yeah, Domino? He's the one from the Sierra Madre, that singer. Will be performing live at the Aces Theater For the first time in over 200 years, the famous lounge singer was rescued not long ago during a government expedition to the mythical Sierra Madre. Dean has returned to New Vegas and is ready to make a comeback to stardom. I don't miss his dazzling performance, including new songs written... Oh, don't miss. That's an exclamation point apparently there. I just thought it was a capital I. Don't miss his dazzling performance, including new songs written during the adventures at the Sierra Madre. Brought to you for the first time, only at the tops. Something's gotta give. Let's do automatic split off. And they're already engaging at medium risk, so that's nice. And then I guess I'll just do convoy raiding up and down this river. Because why not? Research. God, we have so many cities that can be upgraded and stuff. I'm just trying not to spend all of that PP. Let's go naval upgrades. Let's grab some of these naval upgrades now. Oh my god, actually, we have so much naval XP that I could just spend naval XP on all these. To get those done much faster. And you know what, we're just gonna upgrade these nodes now. Because how much is that? I think that's costing me like 20, 25 a piece. You know, let's just do this. We're making so much money now that we really don't need to... Like, we're making almost 2K a pop. And it's back. Okay, that means we will be right back. Okay, we're back. So it seems like I always have to restart my game twice, and then for some reason that fixes it. Also, I just turn up. Never mind. There's like this thin black line. I don't know if you could see it. But the overall black screen just isn't there anymore, which is great. So we don't have to worry about that. I want to start taking over these guys just to get rid of a lot of these dudes in between us here. So let's do this.
That's a no one.
Oh yeah, that's my naval excursion. Those are my Brotherhood Steel guys guarding the port there.
Your video feed working.
I wish I could move these guys all the way to the front, but I can't because it's always going to be people who are under,
This is Enclave
like
main
these.
com.
But what I could do though is this. I could put them back under here, and then kind of separate them along, like to have them still under it, but then be like, okay, you go here, you go here, you go here, sort of thing. So let me see who we can actually take out here, because I want to get rid of these guys first. I think these guys were on here. The Murtaugh Reformers. I like how we can eminent domain, who's considered Canada at this point. Okay, so there they are. The Hoshon Nation. Let's see, where are you guys at? Because I'd like to strike them all at the same time. They're not on here. Unless maybe they're like under one that's like, hey, like multiple groups as you can see here. But I think that's just because these are like confederations and stuff. How about, are you in a, no, you're not in a faction. Okay, so these guys are on here. We'll start setting up for these guys real quick.
That's a no one. Enclave here. Enclave here.
Yeah, I need to make sure they're all on their own under aggressive. I think that's what was probably messing me up before when I did that.
Enclave here.
Was that not all of them were under aggressive. Okay. So now once they get into position, we'll pop that. Oh, Legion Scouting Party. Economic growth. Okay. So the Lord's Anointed, are you on here? So there they are. We'll pop them in a little bit once everyone gets set up. Middle mark, Diana, Cradle. Oop. Something popped up top. Yeah, I'm just not seeing these guys. Unless I'm just that blind, but I'm trying to look for the word nation, and I'm not seeing the word nation anywhere. Oh, well, I see nation here, but that's a different group. Right? Yeah. Okay, so they're not there. The Lord's Anointed. Lord's Anointed. They're not on here. Okay. So some of these guys we're just going to declare on ourselves. Oh, wait, I just noticed this. Foreign claims. The Crazy Horns have... Oh, Jesus. The Crazy Horns apparently has claims on a lot of stuff. Or is that... No, that's just showing my territory. Never mind. I'm just a little dumb. I thought that would show what claims they had. But it's not that way. I'm probably going to go to war against this faction, too, just to take all of this over. Hey, the businesses of California. So we'll look at that here in a second. The Southwest Commonwealth Reborn. The president today officially inaugurated the Southwest Commonwealth, made up of the Nevada territories, the Mojave Wasteland, and the southern half of the former New California Republic. The inauguration was held within the halls of Shady Sands Capitol building. And Shady Sands has been designated as the Commonwealth's new capital due to the infrastructure already present in the post-war city. This is considered a major win for the President's Commonwealth program, as many former NCR citizens and residents, that's a lot of presidents, citizens and residents of the Nevada territories, Nevada territories, were keen on keeping their lands separate. The president assured that nothing will really change under the Commonwealth, aside the continual distribution of goods and services and an increased coordination of police and civil services organizations within the Commonwealth to combat raiders or mutated monsters. A New Day America. The Gun Runners. The Gun Runners is a weapon merchant and manufacturer faction operating out of the fortress in the Boneyard. By today, it has branches in many areas, including one near the Strip and the Mojave Wasteland. The Gun Runner supplies only the finest hardware to the most discerning of customers, which used to include the NCR. Most Gun Runners workshops are set up in areas that recently came under our control. Unsure of the new regime's view of their business, they have ceased production temporarily. Many are making plans to leave and will do so soon unless we make our opinion of them clear. So one of the things I used to do when I played New Vegas, like when I did new playthroughs, is at the start of the game, I would do stuff like around the beginning area, go deal with the powder gangers, get all of the explosives and stuff from the powder gangers, go through, follow one of the railways. I can't remember what that area was called, but it leads to areas with a bunch of death claws. And I think they were blind death claws if I remember right. But I would stack a lot of the mines and stuff and take a lot of the explosives from the powder gangers. And then I think it was like 2 death claws you had to take out to really get by it. But I would stack them up and then bait the death claws into them. And then that way you can get like death claw hands and stuff too. And get by them to get to the strip. And then once I get to the strip, the gun runners were over there. And then that way I could try to get some good guns early, because the gun runners usually had decent guns for sale that you wouldn't see for like a decent amount of time. And then I would have access to the strip and stuff, which I could make more money that way in casinos and everything. And just kind of, it was a way to get through the game a bit quicker. But it also, like, it helped out a decent amount. It was one of my more favorite things to do. But it also just gave me a fast travel point all the way out there towards the strip, which helped a lot. But yeah, let's see what we have. So let them continue operating, which we get. The gun runners are recognized as a legitimate business and are allowed to continue operating as before. So we get the gun runners, which get factory output and equipment conversion speed plus 15%. All those fine guns will be safer in our hands. Nah, that's a lot of basic and common guns. No, let them keep operating. We don't need all that basic crap. God, I do want to do this too before we kick off the war, to mess with Caesar's intelligence agency, but I do want to take some more of the vault stuff, because the only area we have for vault stuff now is this, which we could do pretty easily also. let's mess with Caesar a little bit. So, New World Tricks. We'll take that. And now, are you guys in position? No. So, a lot of you guys are still getting in position here. Let me start declaring or justifying on these guys here. 75 days. The Lord's Anointed here. We also need to start justifying... Actually, are these guys... I don't think these guys are considered a Brotherhood of Steel faction, are they? No, they're just religious fanatics. Okay. 150 days on that. Let me see something. Yeah, I would say I don't think they were on here. I just want to make sure. I know I keep looking at this a lot, but it's like, if I could do it to where I can instantly get one on them, it's so much nicer, but that's not going to be the case. No. Okay. Okay, so we have 144 days on the Reparations Act once that finishes. And we have all those bases finishing. Okay, here's this too. So, okay, we have so much PP stacked up. There's so many things that we could do. I don't know if we can only do one of these at a time, though. So, taming the hub. Oh, okay, we could just pop all these. Oh my god, this could be so much reading. Okay, we still have a lot of PP left over. Good. Dude, that's gonna be so much reading when all those pop. Oh my god. Sins of our past. Pipeline failed. Okay. As I was just a little bug there. Sins of our past. As if we didn't have enough problems on our hands, there has been reports of several groups of super mutants making a trek to one of our pre-war bases. The problem, it's Mariposa. A few remained that didn't flee north of the Warren of or our east have congregated in the North Diablo range near the old Mariposa military base, which anyone with a hint of historical knowledge knows just what exactly was born there and what is still buried underneath it. The Brotherhood and the NCR closed the base off against anyone who dared to enter. However, we're too overstretched dealing with the collapse of the NCR to post those kinds of numbers. We had hoped to ignore it and pretend it didn't exist, but we're getting reports of super mutants stealing livestock and raiding caravans. It's only a matter of time before they start abducting Wastelanders and raiding the outlying towns. Maybe accepting them was a mistake. Mariposa becomes a victory point in the northern Diablo range. Gets event Mutant Mecha. Mutant Mecha sounds horrendously scary. Okay, I'm gonna let a lot of you guys' organization kick up. Okay, we got that power armor researched. Let's go towards some T60 power armor over here. We'll do the 162 days. We'll spend some army XP there. Okay, everybody good? Yep, everybody's good. Let's find ready. Power all current ones that we have powered. And this is the Reformers. Goodbye. Eureka, Arcata, Enclave, Free Folk. They march around in our uniforms. They fight in our power armor. And Granite Company worked for them for decades until venturing out to the Sierra Depot. The territories surrounding the port city of Arcata have some Enclave blood in it, all right. And they've patterned themselves after the greatest army in modern history. As such, they're some of the best damned mercenaries on the West Coast and have an independent streak as wide as the Pacific. Granite, feeling a connection to the city, has opted to visit the territory, hoping to bring them under the fold. Hopefully, our amazing American ways and treatment of Wasteland Americans will help us through this endeavor. Of course, they accept annexation. So we annex Eureka. Not gonna lie, I don't really know where that was. I think that was up here, right? I'm wondering if some of these areas we actually get through annexation. I didn't think about that. Like through... Like maybe that's why we can't declare war on them. Mutant Mecha. Or Mesa? Mutant Mesa? Or is it Mutant Mecca? I think that's Mecca. Scrapping together a mix of army volunteers, mercenaries, caravan guards, and local militia, we've surrounded the super mutant hovel at Mariposa. They barricaded themselves in, and some of the less intelligent ones have taken pot shots at us, and we're on alert for nightkin operating at night. The intelligent super mutants are willing to negotiate, claiming that they just want a honest, peaceful town where super mutants can live free of persecution or oppression. They can negotiate the end of a laser rifle. Find a negotiator. We're sending someone in to negotiate. They can negotiate with the end of a laser rifle.
Enclave here.
Okay, yeah, their capital did move over here. Oh, God, okay. So we got rid of them. They didn't really have much. Restoring Sacramento. As the old seat of the government for California, Sacramento, was hit pretty handedly by a few Chinese nukes, but nowhere near as bad as the Boneyard or Dayglow. However, the city was effectively abandoned as the state government collapsed in the wake of the Great War. Following this, Sacramento's name was changed to Sacktown at a later date and was ruled over by various street gangs, the most notorious of which were the 80s. Yes, those 80s. When the NCR formed in Shady Sands and pressed north, Sacktown became a battleground between the nascent NCR army and the 80s, resulting in the NCR's victory as the 80s were thrown east out of the state. There were some calls to return the capital to California to its pre-war center, but that was shot down by President Tandy, who didn't want to leave her ancestral home. Sacktown saw a bit of a revival, even changing its name to Sack City, as it grew, bolstered by the presence of the NCR Navy's Northern Fleet HQ and money from the NCR Barons. Well, now we're here to finish what the NCR would not, with Shady Sands designated as the capital of the Sierra Commonwealth. The capital of the state of California is finally returning to its rightful place in Sacramento. After 200 years already, state government offices are being renovated and refurbished, as well as moving some of the functions from Shady to Sacramento, such as the state legislature and the governor's office. Glad to see it back where it belongs. We gained 2 infrastructure in Sacramento. Not forgotten. Oh, that's kind of a cool image. In the end, there could never been a peaceful integration, with the NCR was a pipe dream. The NCR leadership was hell-bent on destroying the Enclave and the American dream, and our Navarro survivors were hell-bent on revenge for what the NCR did and kept on doing. Our armies clashing was nothing more than the culmination of 30 years of being hunted, killed, and resentment. However, the trial from New Reno to Shady Sands is littered more than just Enclave bodies. Honest NCR soldiers guilty of nothing more than doing their duty lay beside them. Disproportionately so. Many were fathers, mothers, sons, and daughters. Their loved ones they left behind are our citizens, and what is worse, there are the thousands more who are wounded. We can blame the NCR government all day, but it will turn into nothing more than hollow words, especially when you realize we wanted the war with the NCR just as much as the NCR did. We can do right by those affected by the war and agree to support and assist them, but doing so would tax our system and possibly open the door for fraudulent cases, tying up legal matters as we investigate those who attempt to take advantage of our generosity. Institute the Bear Fund. Just enough to lessen the blow. So we gain some legitimacy. We get 10 legitimacy from this. Yeah, we'll do the Bear Fund. I'm fine with that. The City of Angels. The Boneyard seems like a graveyard that stretches for miles under the hot sun, but Americans find a way, and the Boneyard has prospered as part of the NCR. Hayes intends to set up a Department of Public Art and Entertainment in the city to serve as a nucleus of the America's entertainment industry, but as part of that development, we need to decide whether to change the city's name. It's been called Boneyard for over 200 years, so we get 2 civs there. The City of Angels, so 2 civs also. Welcome to Los Angeles. For those who didn't make it, and for those who keep trying to. Ooh, do we go back to LA or do we rename it? I kind of like the City of Angels. Let's go with the City of Angels. The She situation. The She are gone. What do you mean? We have control. Oh, okay, yeah, we have control. We have control of San Francisco, but the question remains of what to do with the large She population that still resides in the city. It's not a secret that nearly every ethnic She is a descendant of the She Huang Te, a pre-war Chinese nuclear missile submarine. We may have destroyed their imperial palace and reduced much of their strongholds to ruin. However, that still leaves the rest of them. Of course, it's been 200 years, and there's likely little, if any, real connection to China, or that half of them know what China really was. Not to mention, plenty of us know what it's like to be hunted down and persecuted just for being part of something in the past. Ironically, that is why nearly all of us are here right now. The NCR's brutal crackdown on our members is what drove us to the depot and allowed us to come back. But that's just the thing. What if they come back? What if one of the She uncovers Mao's Little Red Book and uses it to foment a red revolution in one of America's most important cities? We could have a communist takeover on our hands. Make them pass citizenship tests. We're all Americans now. Let's go, we're all Americans now. Mojave Mo Mutant, am I right? The Mojave super mutants were mostly made up of those who fled California after facing persecution at the hands of the NCR. Seems they didn't travel very far before settling down before the bear found them again. Thankfully, the leader of Jacobstown is a super mutant named Marcus, and he knows of us. He managed to keep the handle on the super mutants there, and Doc Henry even spent some time there trying to fix the Nightkin schizophrenia. Though we're not sure if any breakthrough came of it. At the very least, we could trust Marcus to keep Jacobstown in check, and he has our backing. That just leaves Black Mountain, a former military communications array. The place was taken over by the Nightkin, run by a Nightkin named Tabitha, and she's gone to calling the place Utobitha. How original. Sorry. The Signal Corps wants to get the place up and running again for our purposes and possibly expand upon the base. So she can't stay there. However, listening in to her radio, it's funny because we already removed her from there. Like, she already left once we repaired the robot. It's clear she does not like humans or ghouls or super mutants like Marcus. It's not going to be easy removing her as she seems pretty well entrenched. Speak to Marcus. He knows us. Crazy? They called her crazy? Marcus spoke at length about Tabitha, about how she took power from him at Black Mountain. When they arrived in the Mojave, Marcus founded Jacobstown not long after, but said there was no negotiating with Tabitha. She would never yield to the Enclave or follow them. He did mention a spy in their ranks named Neil, who still lived in the area. Talking with Neil, we found him at the base of the mountain. He pointed out that Tabitha was heavily entrenched and was broadcasting to other super mutants to join. Every moment we wait, more join up, but recently her beloved Mr. Handy Rhonda broke, and she captured a ghoul to fix it. But said ghoul later escaped when some couriers swung by. If we could isolate her and take her out, the mutants would be leaderless and fall easier. It's a long shot, but what isn't these days? Surely we can find a random Mr. Handy, a voice in the wind. Oh my god. The night was cold on Black Mountain, the shadows long and unsettling as Tabitha stepped out of her radio room. Tonight, something was different. As she stared into the darkness, a voice cut through the stillness, a voice she hadn't heard in far too long. Tabitha, where are you? Rhonda, her beloved Mr. Handy, who had damaged. The voice was unmistakable, yet something was off. It was stilted? Like a broken recording, but Tabitha, desperate for any sign of her old friend, ignored the oddness. Rhonda, she whispered. Is it really you? Tabitha. Rhonda echoed again, strange, distant. Without hesitation, Tabitha followed. The voice led her deeper into the silent night. The stars above flickered like distant eyes, watching her every step. Her mind told her something wasn't right, but her heart was louder, drowning out reason. She needed Rhonda. She couldn't bear the thought of being alone in this world. As she rounded a bend, she saw it. Floating there was Rhonda, or something that looked like Rhonda. Her metallic form hovered in the moonlight, floating still, silent as if waiting. Rhonda, Tabitha whispered, her voice trembling, but the voice that responded was the same broken recording. Tabitha, come closer. Tabitha's steps quickened. Her eyes wide with longing, she reached out. Her fingers get chopped off, inches from the old metal of the Mr. Handy she had once loved like a friend. But before she could touch it, a sudden sharp sound rang through the night. Tabitha's world went dark. A bullet, clean and precise, pierced the skull, ending her journey in a heartbeat. From the distance, an Enclave sniper lowered her rifle. Moments later, the air filled with the sound of vertibirds. The Enclave stormed Black Mountain. Their forces overwhelming the mountain fell swiftly. With no leader left to rally the Nightkin, the Enclave secured the area. Rhonda, nothing more than a hollow decoy, floated lifelessly in the distance, a silent witness to the end of Tabitha's reign. Man, cruel, but no different than a purist. Jesus. I liked the other one where we found a technician, a super mutant technician that we had infiltrate and repair Rhonda, and then they just left. So that was the original one that we did. But this one, we just executed her. Like she went back in time, and the whole butterfly effect. She came back in time, and then we just executed her. San Francisco Mint. With the reintroduction of the US dollar, many have been scavenging around pre-war sites for hidden stacks of greenbacks. The once useless Federal Reserve notes are now being used once again. However, we can't rely on these pre-war notes forever, and it will only be a matter of time before someone counterfeits them. Fortunately, we have just what we need to recreate a new series of US dollars right here in San Francisco. The United States Mint branch office in the city was largely ignored by scavengers and the Shi due to high security and the uselessness of dollars inside. Now, the presses are returning to life once more as a new era of US dollars enters the post-war era. Is there a bill I could put my face on? So development income plus 20%. Whew. Navarro Memorial. Today, the president addressed a somber formation outside the gates of a former Enclave, former Brotherhood of Steel, former New California Republic, and now returned to Enclave base at Navarro. The memorial was dedicated to the brave men and women of the Enclave who gave their lives defending the base against combined NCR and Brotherhood of Steel assault, allowing for the president and esteemed and special guest Command Sergeant Major Arch Dornan to escape to Sierra Army Depot, allowing the America dream and the Enclave dream of restoring America to live on. The event was primarily attended by Enclave personnel from Sierra Army Depot, though VIP attendees, including a few members from the reformed New Reno Gangsters, the mayor of Dayglow, and some members of the Followers of the Apocalypse, citizens are allowed access to the memorial at all times. But U.S. Army engineers have said the rest of the base is off limits due to security and integrity concerns after the base was nearly destroyed by the Brotherhood of Steel members during the NCR Brotherhood War. They may be gone, but they will never be forgotten, so we gain some more legitimacy back. Helios 2. Good afternoon, America. This is your president, and I want to tell you a great new plan. You might have heard of the solar plant outside New Vegas called Helios 1, but did you know it was only one of a series of plants intended to wean America off of fossil fuels? Before the Great War alone, New Vegas, California, and Vault City would never have duplicated it. But working together, we are building Helios 2 outside of Dayglow as we speak to bring clean, affordable energy to Southern California. It's a new day, America. Soak up the sun. Oh, are there not going to be rolling blackouts in California anymore? This is fine. So we get, some composite material, which we are really needing, and energy. San Diego is renamed to San Diego. Look at it glow. I like how that just adds it, but change his name to San Diego. Okay, yeah, that's actually where I was born. I was born in San Diego. San Diego, California. Bakersfield or Necropolis, pick one. Vault 12's experiment saw a rise to the ghoul population of Central California. Only in Dayglow would you find a higher concentration of ghouls. Though not for lack of trying, as the Master's army killed many ghouls as it rampaged through the land. Survivors, however, re-established the city of Necropolis as a safe haven for all ghouls. Those ghouls were quite shocked to see us rolling through, many having heard the stories of the Enclave, if only rumors. Suffice to say, We have a reputation, and it caught many of them by surprise when ghoul officers and troops rolled through the city, retaking it from the NCR. Hell, a ghoul separatist movement within the city even joined up to help. Hopefully, they don't get any funny ideas about turning their pipe weapons on us. The ghouls have since been at work restoring the city from the heavy fighting and have agreed to take up patrols to root out the feral ghouls that live under the city as well. Hopefully, working with the ghouls here will show that ghouls are still people, even if they are tough to look at sometimes. Of course, the real crux of the issue isn't that we have a city of ghouls, it's that Necropolis's real name is Bakersfield. Many of us don't care it's been called Necropolis for 200 years, it's called Bakersfield, right? Fine, then keep the name. It's called Bakersfield. I kind of like the name Necropolis. We're going to keep that, especially if ghouls are going to keep living there. I dig that. Coercive negotiation. The hub merchants, the hub merchants have always been one to resist the rule of the NCR in Shady Sands. Much like the barons in the north, the hub merchants have always gamed the system to ensure that anything the NCR economy rolled through them first. Credit where credit is due. The exercise of the free market over government interference is commendable. However, as of recently, those same hub merchants have been hedging bets and gathering mercenaries and supplies in an attempt to break away from the Enclave control over the state and possibly set up an economic free zone, since California has become a free-for-all and barely standing. Likewise, Granite and the administration in New Reno isn't going to take kindly to that. Grayson himself was no stranger to shifty merchants. Having dealt with them quite handily in Vault City, this is the rule as Attorney General made it so. He was the neutral choice to go to the hub and lay down the law. Of course, he was sure to bring subpoenas signed by the Supreme Court to ensure the hub merchants complied with a lawful summons. If they failed to, however, well, that was what the U.S. Marshals were for. And the Marshals had been given nearly the entire stock of NCR Ranger equipment to suit their needs in California. Ooh, dude, the Marshals just showing up in full Ranger equipment is crazy. Grayson set up in Hightower and waited for the merchants to trickle or be dragged in, assuming himself, with some reports gleamed from the Marshals' operations in California. As the first of the hub merchants trickled in, he had them wait under armed guard as he bided his time. He knew merchants hated having their time wasted. Time was money, after all. Of course, any of them who tried anything got death glares from the marshals around. Grayson, as Mr. Jamison of the Crimson Caravan was brought in, Grayson waited yet another hour before laying down the law. They would be free to continue operating as they had so long as it was within the bounds of the law. Further, all those funds and weapons that were being stockpiled as insurance against the Enclave were going to be put to use in controlling the area around the hub, all the way to Junktown. He slapped down a warrant to show that the Enclave was very aware of the merchants' dealings. Lastly, the night ended with Grayson making it very clear that if the hub merchants wanted to break away from the government in New Reno, he would see to it that their companies were broken up and fines laid down on the merchants' families, that their grandchildren were going to need lawyers. Oh, God. So who's signing first? Hub merchants cowed. Which grants, okay, that's for a year. 15% tariffs and a bunch of resistance lowered. Nice. Man, was that some reading. Our scavengers triumph. Neither Raider nor Deathclaw nor Supermoon will stop our scavengers. They have returned to New Reno, their power armor caked in blood and grime. Let this example show the potential for our future. Time for some new hope. So we get Old World Radar System for 180 days. Okay, so they're on their way back. So we're doing the power armor ones now, which is actually really nice. Okay, so we took those guys out. God, who's around us that we could take? I know these guys are all in a faction. I don't think Lone Tree is on here, right? Who over here is on here? Because I want to start taking out you guys. I kind of wish it showed it here. They're like, hey, there's something you could do here, sort of thing. Ouroboros, no, Middle Marks, Madsec 4 ways. The Rackers? Umbra. Wait, I thought I saw, did I see Umbra on here? I think I saw Ouroboros and thought Umbra. Oh, nope, here goes. Tribal Lands of Umbra. Sweet. Let's get you guys over here.
Your video feed working.
And we will take out Umbra. Okay, there it goes. They also had a little bit of a fleet. Oh, dang. Okay, they actually had a decent fleet, I guess. Like, that was a decent amount of score for that fleet. Dude, they had 51 light ships. Jesus. Oh, my God. Well, I guess I will join you guys with these guys here. Yeah, go join them. We're sending someone in to negotiate. Reluctant as he is, Marcus has answered our request to negotiate on our behalf. Turns out, our goodwill towards super mutants earned his respect, something that doesn't happen all too often, he says. Traveling from his home in Jacobstown, Marcus has effectively returned to the place of his birth. Oh, is this where the FEV was? Like, started? Being let in was with a small delegation of our own. The terms of the negotiation we cannot know what they are talking about until a deal is reached, and they won't shoot at us, which is all the same because volunteers for storming the base keep arriving by the dozen every hour. Let's hope they come to a deal. So the next one is a deal has been struck. Idaho. Hey, Idaho. Jesus, dude, we have so much territory. Oh my God. Oh, so it's these guys up here that we have those for. Okay, we can go and take these guys out too then. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. We could take that out and just take all of that. So they defeated Painted Rock. The war with the Legion is coming, for sure. Oh, a deal has been struck. After several days of negotiation, Marcus and our teams emerged, announcing a deal has been struck. The super mutants have agreed to stop raiding the local ranches and caravans for regular shipments of Brahmin and Bighorners. Several of the more intelligent ones have proposed they could herd the livestock themselves and for cheaper than the Brahmin barons that still hold a grip in Northern California. They'll even chase down and eat raiders and NCR rebels for a price. Finally, dude, I love that. Dude, these smart mutants, I love you guys. That's hilarious. They'll chase down and eat raiders and NCR rebels for a price. Finally, some of the more aggressive elements of super mutants have agreed to fight as auxiliaries within our armed forces. Given the net intelligence and aggressiveness of most Wastelanders, we're not expecting much of an issue in integrating them into the army. We got them on our side good enough. So 25 victory points to Mariposa, and we get we get the tech for super mutant auxiliaries. Gets event echoes of something. Oregon? Wait a minute. That's about to be a crazy event that pops up. Oh, man. Oh, we have not gone down, like, a lot of this. Poor creation cost. Does that just lower the amount of construction time on making those? Let's do a resource efficiency gain. New world, old tricks. Or New World tricks. Much has changed on the North American continent in the past 200 years since America left. First and foremost, many of the horrors of the pre-war world that were hiding just under the surface or sealed beneath a classified label. Now, many of those horrors have been found, and just as many more were joined by some post-war mutated horrors. The Legion may take pride in terrorizing a town by crucifying everyone, but let's see how they like it when we drop a death claw on their heads. What horrors can we unleash? Dude, I swear to God, dude, if we start dropping death claws from the sky, like parachuting death claws in, that would be the best thing ever. Oh my God. Oh God, I think more were added to this. I would pay good money to see that. Yeah, deploy airborne death claws. We're doing it. I know this is gonna cost us PP. Death from the sky. Though many of our airmen would love to just shove a death claw out the back of a vertebrate and watch it fall to earth, there's no guarantee it will survive. Instead, it will ride down in a special cage with rockets assisted landing right on top of a Legion camp. From there, the cage will open and a very, very pissed off Deathclaw will unleash itself upon the Legion, giving that the thing was designed to fight in close quarters combat. The Legion doesn't stand a chance. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what to name this episode now because I'm wanting to go with something like airborne death claws or dropping death claws from above or something. Flying death claws? That's a new one. Deploy hallucinating gas. Wait. Deploy the trauma kits from Big Mountain. Wait. So because we have Big Mountain, we can actually do this then? That's cool. Which grants division attack on core territory for 30 days. It's a wild wasteland out there. So I don't think they're at war, are they? Oh, these guys actually own all of this. I wonder if they'll go to war against Caesar's Legion. So that one I might have to save for the future. Rescue slaves from the Legion. Let's do that. And then, we'll drop some hallucinogen gas. A green gas that's not FEV. Another example of pre-war tech becoming a post-war horror. This is what actually you found in Fallout 4 a lot. You actually found these canisters and stuff. And there's a whole quest for this where you can go into like the labs and stuff for it. And I think you can make grenades with it. Once you finish it, you can craft the hallucinogenic grenades. Hallucinogen Inc. pre-war marketed a potent riot control gas meant to pacify crowds. In reality, it was the exact opposite and caused dramatic adrenal gland rupture in exposed subjects, resulting in hallucinogens, erratic behavior, extreme aggression, and heart failure, which is kind of the opposite of what you want in crowd control. Aside a few uses in Appalachia, the gas never made it to market, but that doesn't mean that our predecessors didn't see its use, and the Chemical Corps kept the design schematics. After some work, the Chemical Corps was whipped up a few canisters, and we've deployed it over Legion fortifications. Okay, so we weren't dropping it in, like, cities and towns. Good. I would have been a little bit sad if we did that, but it was Legion fortifications, military targets. The effects are nothing short of legendary, as the Legionnaires began slaughtering each other. And when everything was said and done, those who survived collapsed from heart failure, a roaring mission success. Dude, could you imagine? I would be deserting the Legion military. If the Caesar was like, hey, we're going to be attacking those guys, and then those guys start dropping death claws on our head, and then the next day we get hallucinogenic gas dropped on fortifications that literally kill everybody, would be crazy. That was for riot control? The Ghoul Swarm. Ah, that's just for army reorganization gain, so we need to save both of these then. Because at least these kind of hurt them, like with development and stuff. The other ones will help us when we fight. Okay, let's see. Umbra. We're pretty much there. Let me pop it. Okay, where is... there it is, Umbra. Boom. These guys don't even have, like, full troops even on their border here. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna... just push through their entire front. Just kill off everything.
The president?
Defending southern Portland. Fort Whitcomb was a former Oregon National Guard base that was expanded upon in the communist invasion that never came. Regardless, the base was used... okay, so this is just the base stuff. This isn't one that I'm wanting to read. There's only a few that I actually want to read. Let me see. Unless they're fully gone now. Because there's only 2 Enclave ones. This one I want to read, and it looks like one of the other Enclave ones is one of these. Okay. So Outpost Cause, located northeast of Vancouver, Washington Fort, was on the way out with a planned decommission of the former land of it being planted forestry service, which had, okay, yeah, so that's not the one that I want to read. The Steam Fort. Okay, I kind of like the name of the Steam Fort. So Fort Boys was one of many army bases reactivated during the Sino-American War. Boys mainly served, okay, yeah, it's just telling the story of that. That's not what I'm wanting. I think it's this one. Okay, so our anti-pirate task force was, we lose 4 light ships and 2 medium ships from that. Okay, so this is the one that I wanted to read. This was one of the Enclave ones. It's MacArthur Air Force Base. In the pre-war era, served alongside Mountain Home as the fighter net meant to shield the United States from Chinese airstrikes against the lower 48, with a secondary mission of operating against communist Canadian territories that resisted American liberation. Of course, its story post-war is just as important, with Colonel, now General, Santiago restoring the base to working order and ensuring the continuation of the American dream in the Northern Commonwealth and providing assistance to Chicago. Now back in America's ready hands, the base is ready to return to operations against those that would threaten America. Damn fine job, Santiago. Okay, so yeah, that was the one I wanted to read. Because all of the base ones are pretty much the same. Either they're new or old bases that were retrofitted for the Sino-American War. That's land doctrines, creatures. We don't have any of that research yet. We need sophisticated research for that. Yeah, so we've pretty much researched everything we could almost on the infantry tree. I need to start spending more army XP. We've got so much of it now. Economic resurgence. Great news, everyone. All I can think about is Futurama when I say that. Great news, everyone. Nope, move into there. Perfect. Yeah, they didn't have crap, dude. Oh my god. Okay, I want you guys to move north because we're going to take out these 3 guys. Do we do it all at once? We can have like a massive front here, but not really all at once. Okay, because all these mountains are going to be an issue for us. So we'll have, let's do power armor units actually on that main front. So we'll do that. We'll have our auxiliary guys there. We're going to take out Middlemark first. Power armor units. Actually, no, we only need the 2 fronts here. Okay. This one has a few more fronts. These guys don't actually have that many fronts, so we'll take these guys on too here. We'll take them both on at the same time. And then, do we just move across this straight from the top? Because I feel like these guys would move across probably really, like, faster than what they could. Or I could move from the back over here with these guys. Let's do that. I need another army group to send over there. Let's get some more power armor units. I could fill in some of these guys too with some more units so we can have more dudes in these. Let's just make a bunch. We'll do like another 40 and we'll do like 45 and then fill them in where we need them. Okay, let's grab some of this naval tech here. Make sure I spend my naval XP. So that should, yep, I was about to say that should pop up here in any second. Perfect. Let's grab some of their, probably just light ships. And then, yep, there they all go. Along Barren Highway. She was supposed to be a ranger in the NCR Army. Of course, that was a long-gone dream. She was captured by the Legion and the Mojave, left to fight in the gladiator pits. Word from the west from the Legionnaires that some force from Nevada had toppled the NCR and now some old world power had risen in its ashes. Something that had scared the Legion, and she could only wonder if it was the Enclave, the same force her dad fought all those years ago. Regardless, now she and others were being sent to Flagstaff to produce the next generation of Legionnaires to fight for Caesar. Her only saving grace was the long, barren highway that stalled her eventual fate. Until the slave collars fell off, until each of the Legion escorts were shot dead around her, As the slaves stood there wondering what was going on, several black-clad rangers appeared out of thin air. Ranger Stella of the NCR? You're coming home. Let's go, baby. I like that. Oh my god, we're poor. Guys, we're broke. I need to sell. Oh, wait, no, this will give us economic growth. That's not where I need to sell. I need to sell this? Yeah, here we go. Gun runners. You guys want some equipment here? God, we could make, like, almost nothing off of our advanced rifles. Jesus. I'm a little sad about that. We can only sell one each? That's kind of saddening. Okay. So I guess truck? Okay, we're making some money back here. I think we only have common laser rifles. Because I know we haven't gotten the tech yet for a lot of those better ones. We'll sell these because we got those from the people we just fought. Pulse energy weapons. Elite weaponry, Tesla cannons. Wait, what? Huh. They actually have some good stuff here. Is this because I have these researched, I wonder? I guess we'll sell... Okay, maybe not. I was like, maybe we'll sell some of those. Maybe not. That's not the case anymore. We do have some more PP that we could spend. Does any of this give me more PP? Not that I see. Okay, we do have the puppet ledger here. Oh, that's cool. So we could actually tax our puppets for caps. I did not know that. Let's manage subjects. So we can annex them. We just need to denote them a little bit. So if anything, I think we can, if we give them stuff, I believe. So if we lend lease them equipment, we should be able to gain some of that stuff back from them. Wait, we only have 29 power armor in stock? Maybe it's just that power armor or XO1 power armor. Here, take all of this. We have some random ragstags here. Take all of this. You guys want some Chinese power armor? Take all this Chinese power armor off our hands. Crowd control gear. Take all of this. You guys want some scrap bicycles too? Imagine power armored units riding bicycles. That'd be hilarious. Take some dynamite. You know, take all of this stuff that's from other groups. This way I just don't have to convert it myself. That's basic laser weaponry. Oh, it doesn't actually say what that would give us in terms of percentages back. I'm not sure if that even works anymore like it used to. I haven't like annexed a subject like this in forever. Well, okay, yeah, so these are just Air Force bases. Is that the Enclave one? It is not. I need to remember it's Depot Umatilla is the one that we need to do for that. That's the one that I want to read. Power all of those up. Manage subjects. Yep, okay, so they are losing power? Or are we losing, or like, are they losing? I don't know now. So I see the 480 on that. Economic resurgence. Okay, so it's moving more towards me. Okay, that's what I want then. Yeah, because it's moving more towards the annexed. Old world ways. So psychological operations in the attempt to influence, disrupt, corrupt, or usurp adversarial human decisions making through the employment of propaganda, audio disruption, visual hallucinations, demoralizations, and intimidation. While the United States pre-war lacked against its adversary in China, the Enclave has learned much over 200 years. And it's something the Legion isn't prepared against when most of their efforts are at re-educating tribals and not dealing with America the Beautiful blared over loudspeakers every night. There's still a bunch of tribals anyway. Dude, that is hilarious. Okay, so we haven't got Fox on the run yet. So we have whoops on the run. Okay, so we need to do that at some point. So the Colorado line. I like how we could start that, but it doesn't actually do anything for us. We've already defeated those guys. We've defeated the Trolls and Bones. Fixed the Broken Coast. War goal against whoever owns the Broken Coast. And then owns Capitol Hill. Okay, so that's all of that. Oh, wait a minute. Curiously, a squad of Enclave soldiers have arrived in the Sierra Army Depot. Trouble is, there aren't ours. Apparently, they got lost trying to find MacArthur Air Force Base, claiming there's a detachment of Enclave survivors there. Oh, so do we get people from this? This is, oh, because we're technically, we have to be neighbored to the MacArthur detachment. So do we just claim them then? At that point, well, we already have them is the thing. This gets us annexed war goal against everybody, but I think we need... exists. The following will bypass the focus. So Northwestern Brotherhood does not exist. Okay, so we have those guys dead. So I guess we could just technically bypass this, yeah, once we do this. And the Masters of the Waste. We have to murk Caesar's Legion to be able to do this to gain annex war goal against everybody. Okay. Oh, hey, we have the Farson project now. We lose legitimacy from this, though. Huh. I guess that wouldn't be too bad right now. Let's do this. Let's finish Area 51, but I kind of want to do the rest of this, too. Choices. Choices. Let's do Area 15. I want to see what this is. So unlike Area 25, which focused on wilderness, Area 15 was an EPA test site that studied the effects of radiation on crops and livestock before we gave it over to Vault Tech. Okay. Let's grab some more naval tech, because I do want to make some kind of, like, behemoth at some point. The Dread Pirate Deacon. Our success in securing the American coast has led us to finding out more of this Dread Pirate. Okay, so we could keep finding out more and more information on the Dread Pirate. Mostly from piecing together stories from captured pirate recordings or prisoners. The Dread Pirate himself and their ship is simply called the Deacon. And they've been sailing out and around just outside of NCR Naval Reach on a pre-war cargo ship. How that thing is still floating is beyond us, but we aim to sink it. Could this be the ship that you rode in on to the God, what's it called? The rig? I can't remember. I think it was in Fallout 2? Or was that a oil tanker? I can't remember now. Of course, if the Dread Pirate was an idiot, they'd be dead or sunk by the NCR Navy. Probably why they've only been sending their underlings to try and raid us, and given the situation on the continent, probably thinks they can get away with it as our resources are too tied up elsewhere. Of course, Admiral Richards has assured us she and the Navy have not begun to fight. They'll catch this mysterious Dread Pirate and drag them in, dead or alive. Give them hell, Navy. Oh, nice. How long do we have until... Oh, that's just an economic resurgence. All over the place. Jesus. Power on the ones that we have. Oh, here we go. So this grants, like, night attack initiative. I want something that hurts their people more than their military right now. Strike Legion factories. That works. Now it's our turn. We've been suffering from sabotage of our factories ever since we returned to California. Well, now it's our turn. With help from the Enclave intelligence, Sigma teams were dispatched all across the Legion to target weapon production and weapon manufacturing across Arizona. Sadly, it's probably nothing more than a morale victory for us at this point, given the Legion often produces weapons on the fly and their low-tech ceiling. They'll likely make up for it by throwing a few extra slaves at the back of a smith shop until their main factories can come back online. Still, a win is a win. How's it feel? Operation Wandering Soul. So that's just Division Organization 2. Skinwalkers. Deploy Navajo Skinwalkers. That is awesome. Oh my god. So it looks like just because we've been helping a lot of the people around us and stuff, we're getting like things that we can like do against them. Rescue slaves from the Legion. So the Legion is not at civil war. So let's do that. Well, let's rescue some more slaves from them. Deploy trauma kits from Big Mountain. Oh my god. Let's capture another agent too. Let's do another anti-pirate sweep. So hunt the Dread Pirate. What do we need for that? We need one carrier. Ah. So we have to build a carrier. I guess even if it's crappy, it'll be fine. We could build kind of a crappy carrier for that. Several reports are coming from our... Oh, that's just a raiding party. Man. Oh. Okay, our forces are good to go. Okay. So, what group are you? You're this group?
Who the hell is this? The president?
I want you to sweep across this front line here first.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
This group, I want you guys to sweep across this back section here.
Who the hell is this?
Okay, they're still getting over here too. You guys are just going to push pretty much north all the way up. And then you guys should be over here. Yep. And then you guys are just pretty much going to do the same. Just push to the side. Oh, these guys have a lot of robots. They don't look to be that great templates, but I don't like how it's a Securitron image. So those are at least decent robots. So while they kind of get set up there, I want to start building out a crappy Enclave carrier. I don't know if we can even build a crappy one. Like, can we just do... I'm going to move everything to, like, tier 1. Just to see kind of what happens here. Like, how much points it is. Well, it's got to be an aircraft carrier, so we do need that. Word of mouth. Still way too much. Jesus, that might be because of these two. Okay, we can remove some of these other ones here. That puts us down to, what, 10,000? Dang, so everything at level 1, nothing added. We're still over by, like, 3,000. Now, say if we remove that and do this, is this still considered a carrier? Never mind, we still can't do it. Dang. Okay, so even building a crappy carrier will not work to get that done. I guess the mod devs had thought about that before. Ah, we don't have enough troops to fully fill the line here because we have one missing right here. Jesus. Okay, well, we have a lot of repairs going on, but we've actually done a lot of these civilian power grids. We have a lot more now that we have to build too. So let's go up, 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 up. Find ready power grids, ready all power grids, construct power grids. Oh, we could have done the Nuka core thing. Crap. Okay, well. Okay, are you all ready? You all are ready. You all are ready. Okay, good. They're all organized and ready to go. Power more grids. And then we need the stilts. Stilts. So, okay, it's paused. Good, good. Where were you guys? There you are. Stilts Nation and Middlemark are the two that we are going after right now. So declare war. And declare war. Now, we do have them. They're probably going to move across this, but that should be fine, like I said. Oh, did I just accidentally... I think I accidentally got rid of one. Crap. Okay. Frumatari captured. For all the Enclave's advanced technologies, sometimes simple old-fashioned tech like flashbangs were all that was needed to bring about desired results. A few tossed in the windows, distorted the caravan guard bunkhouse. Inn was stormed by Sigma operatives, and each one was quickly captured. As they were tied up and kneeled down, Callahan walked in, a small device in his hand, walking up to each of the captured caravan guards, scanning each one. Each time it flashed white before suddenly flashing green. Callahan pointed at him, and the Sigma soldiers carried him out. Callahan scanned the rest of the guards, and each one flashed white, untied them. So they weren't who we were looking for, because I think we were scanning faces for facial recognition. The troopers untied the guards, who were all very confused. Callahan and the rest of the troopers walked out to an awaiting vertibird, and the group vanished into the night. We're going to become friends. Fast friends. Do you believe in ghosts? Something had happened. All the guards had vanished into the night. No one was left to wake the others when the sun rose. Instead, the bodies had been left strung up at the camp entrance. When the other legionnaires found their centurions strung up as well, they broke, running off into the desert. They didn't bother with the slaves, leaving them to whatever demon was killing their comrades. The slaves watched as they vanished into the morning sun, unsure of what to do. Then, from out of thin air, several soldiers in black armor appeared, and a heavy beating in their sounded as a vertibird descended from the heavens. The slave collars fell off as they all looked around. You do not have to worry anymore. Dude, I love that. I love that so much. Let's rescue some more slaves. Okay, I need one of you power armor groups. Yeah, I was about to say, I need one of you guys just to move across this front like this. Because they are moving out, but that's fine. Serve as a good distraction. These guys are doing good. That was just a Raiders. Legion Raiders. No longer get economic from that.
This is Enclave main com.
Oh, why can't we be friends? Why can't... In a stunning raid, U.S. Marshals raided Vault 19 in what is a first for the reborn law enforcement service. The Powder Gangers have tormented the Mojave Wasteland for some time due to turmoil in the NCR as a whole. Citizens of the NCR were their favorite targets, but with the coming of the Enclave, they began targeting those who identified as Americans as well. Led by anarchist Samuel Cook, the Powder Gangers even operated a radio station in the Mojave, where Cook spoke at length at how the Enclave was no less corrupt and tyrannical than the NCR, and that just because they rallied behind some old world flag, they did not have the right to annex the Wasteland. After several attempts at negotiation, the Marshals cornered and stormed Vault 19, confronting the anarchists and bringing them to justice. Hauling a spokesman for the Justice Department has said that the Powder Gangers will reincorporated into the congressional system and that their sentences will be increased, and they aren't about to take off time for good behavior. Samuel Cook himself is being sent to Fort Sierra to await trial for terrorism charges. So Samuel Cook's trial will commence in 70 days. Okay, they got a decent amount of people out here doing this, but that's fine. As long as we retake our cities there and cut them off, we'll be fine.
Enclave here.
Because all we got to do is keep taking victory points from them.
This is Enclave main com.
And this will be super over super quickly. Especially because I have these guys coming from the north, too. How are you guys looking? Pretty good, actually. We don't have enough guys on the front, but we are getting some nice surround stuff. The river will help us here, though, with that. That's just airfields, Marines at the mall. Never forget our old enemy, and then the Yama's airbase. Okay, yep.
That's a no one.
Whoop. Okay. So, Schooner Hotel. What started as an EPA test site for milk contamination, following on from Operation Schooner, soon expanded in the late 2060s following the realization that nuclear war could be a thing, called the Schooner Hotel to keep prying communist eyes away. The test site housed numerous animals, plants, and food stocks to test their reaction to radiation. The data retrieved would prove invaluable to anyone trying to survive in a post-nuclear environment. Perhaps it was the name that kept bodies like the Brotherhood or the followers of the apocalypse from investigating the site. Schooner's Hotel doesn't exactly invite the idea of food research. Perfect. Get the research out immediately. Increase monthly population by 2%. Ferry 5 inbound. The scene was chaotic as soldiers rushed as many of the freed slaves as they could on board the vertibird. It was an ambush by the Legion. However, they weren't expecting such a strong American response. When the initial Ranger team became pinned down, power-armored reinforcements arrived, turning the tide against the Legion. However, the quick and easy extraction turned into a quagmire when the Legion began sniping at the slaves with anti-tank rifles. It was all the Americans could to get as many onto the vertibird as possible, even as anti-tank rounds pierced through the vertibird, killing one of the freed slaves in the process. Eventually, vertibirds firebombed the Legion positions, though casualties were sustained as the vertibirds flew through the Grand Canyon back to friendly territory. They transmitted back to headquarters. So that's 30 souls on board. So we got ambushed this time. The Legion was kind of ready for us, I guess. Let's do Area 22. Oh, yeah, these guys are falling quick. They're gone. Yeah, Legion landing party. Oh, he went back super quick. Jesus.
I see.
No, I need you to come back through this way. How's this looking? They're breaking through some areas, but we can just do this. Push them back there again.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
This front isn't looking too good. It's really stretched. But once these guys finish, though, we can come back and set that up as like a full front. No, move into there, please. Thank you.
Enclave here.
So these guys don't have enough room. We're actually going to fully get that finished now. Let's just knock that out. So the question I wonder with these, do these get upgraded, the ones that we have in the field? Oh, I didn't realize we didn't have field engineers too. Yeah, let's get some field engineers out. Oh, wait, they both grouped up here. Ah, okay. Crap, I didn't realize that. So that's why it's super weird, because we have like 20 divisions apparently sitting like right here. Just hanging out right here.
Why isn't your video feed working?
Oh, yeah, they hit us there.
Enclave here.
Love how it's... Okay, there it goes. I was like, I love how it's not saying we have clear water.
Have a nice day.
Where did their capital move to? Oh.
Why isn't your video feed working?
Oh, yep. That's why we got to retake our victory points over here.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave. This is Enclave main com.
Bro, is that still not enough to kill them?
Enclave here.
Well, I don't think they have a new capital anywhere, right? No.
That's a no one.
They should be capitulating unless it's giving it a second. It's not even letting me open the We Are at War thing right now.
Your video feed working.
Oh, echoes of something. Oregon. With the addition of the super mutant auxiliaries, a few of the more enterprising scientists within the military have brought forth a proposal to re-implement the finest instruments of warfare we have ever designed. Frank Horrigan. Now, while it is impossible for us to completely replicate the technology, mostly because the secret's laid directly with your old rival Anderson, we can make the next best thing, an armored chassis combined with a simple AI construct based off the Mr. Gutsy models worn by super mutants and sent into combat. These hulking behemoths would be unrivaled on the battlefield. Raw mutated power, American technological superiority, and utmost loyalty ensured by their AI directing them on the battlefield. It is an ambitious plan, but it's one we think might work. All right, run some field tests. That thing was a monster. No, yeah, run some field tests, boy. That sounds great.
Enclave main com.
I don't know which way he's retreating to. Let's grab motorized snipers. Okay, so they're kind of breaking out over here because of that.
Oh, lovely.
We'll deal with that here in a second. Dude, how are these guys not dead yet? Bro, you're not in a faction. I don't think you have any other territory anywhere. Like, how are you still out here pushing, man?
Here.
I am so confused right now.
That's a no one. That's a
Push
no one.
into these other territories, please. Just get rid of them all.
That's a no one.
Take all this territory.
Why isn't your video feed
I need you
working?
guys to move here. Finally. Oh, wait, that was Middlemark. That's not even these guys. Middlemark fell before these guys did. Bro. Like, I don't understand how that...
This is Enclave main com.
What? like, I just don't get that.
Who the hell is this? The president?
Like, how is that, like, possible?
Enclave here.
Ah, they retook the electric company thing over here. That's fine, though. We'll just retake it again. And again. And again.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave.
This time we're gonna murk him, though, because he only has one area to
Everything's
retreat
always
to.
tighter out here at Enclave.
There we go.
This is Enclave main com.
These guys are fighting down to, like, the very last man. Okay.
And the fucking president's watching us like a hawk.
Now you guys can come over here and strike this.
I've got you.
Legion marches once again. They are going after the reservation. How big is the reservation? Because I might pop some of those. Oh, very small. Very tiny. I was hoping they'd go for, like, the Provisional Republic of Texas or something like that. Someone kind of big. So at the moment, it looks like we're saving some of our other things that we'll be using later.
Excellent. Yeah, you can say that again. I see.
I need you to finish those guys
Who the
off.
hell is this?
And I just need you guys to just clear this out.
Everything's always tighter out here at Enclave. I've got you.
I love how they're defending against me. There, that's kind of funny. Okay, that's just naval base, Air Force base. Let's grab some of these. Because we're gonna make, when we fully finish out the Navy stuff, finally. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Camp Desert Rock. During the ancient Cold War and the growing resource wars, the US military knew it was going to be operating in a nuclear-scarred battlefield. Now, how right they were. The tactics developed here were instrumental in allowing our forces to initially dominate the Wasteland when we first arrived back on the mainland. However, the tests didn't account for our lack of numbers, which is what led to the fall of Navarro after the rig went down. Today, however, the site is being repurposed to serve a new group of soldiers and to prepare ourselves for continued combat in a post-nuclear environment. 200 years of natural development as well has ensured this fact. Just keep an eye out for Wendigos. Now, the question is, do we have to naval invade this? I think so. I don't think there's any way to naturally get over here. Oh, nope, I lied. We can actually get over here from this strait. So we don't have to naval invade them. Might be a little easier, but we don't have to. Okay, so that was Area 22. Let's do Area 23. But I will be ending this episode here. We have a lot of stragglers all inside of us. Did we finish this yet? We did, okay. How long does that last for? Because I have to remember to do it. July 23rd. June, July. Okay, so we're going to have to move down here some of our troops to take out these guys before that actually finishes. Let me surround it with some troops to make this a little bit easier on myself. I just don't know who to surround them with because these guys are going to need, like, every group that I can muster to really take them out because there's just so many areas we'll have to enter from. So I need all of these guys here.
Who the hell is this?
I could separate some of these guys for the time being. Okay, let's move you off of here for the time being. And let's move you up here. And that way I can remember that. So, I do hope, you guys are enjoying this series. It's been a lot of fun. It's been really, really making me want to replay New Vegas. And some of you guys have even been giving me mod suggestions for New Vegas, which is hilarious. But yeah, we have taken a lot of territory, mostly because that faction declared war on us and just weren't that ready for us. They could thank Troll Warren for that. But yeah, I do hope, like I said, you guys enjoyed, and hope you look forward to the next one. Night Ops out.